WEER is a sustainable, future-thinking brand for strong, powerful, and independent women. The brand is based on utility and workwear pieces infused with femininity. The look of workwear is timeless and still very relevant. Usually, workwear is associated with heavy cotton, indigo denim, waxed cotton, and in general, very heavy material. And of course, with physically hardworking men. Putting utility style clothes on women represents today's women in male-dominated industries and occupations to me. So it's kind of an act of emancipation and female empowerment, which WEER represents. I like to play with contrasts, for example, masculinity, femininity, stiff materials, very fluid materials, very clear, almost geometrical lines versus handmade crochet pieces. As an example, very like fluid, silky materials, geometrical lines, but also handmade crochet pieces. As another example, I quite often integrate Swiss lace in the workwear jackets, which is, by the way, a leftover fabric from a Swiss lace company. And lace is usually seen as feminine and thus gives the workwear a feminine and high-end twist. Also, as shown, I have crochet pieces in the collection, which are all handmade. And I like the idea of producing pieces for a workwear-based collection by hand, so to say, real handwork. Also, Swissness is one of the pillars of WEER. I use Swiss fabrics. The collection is produced in Switzerland, so it's Swiss-made, and my Swiss heritage is always somehow reflected in the collection. This collection is inspired by utility wear, which is the core of the brand. In times of crisis, I wanted to go back to the essential, so I was inspired by pieces and concepts of the past collections, which I reinvented. So you will find classic workwear pieces, such as a workwear jacket or a workwear pants, in beautiful colors and materials. The main focus for this collection was to maximize the approach of using recycled and biodegradable materials. The crisis is indeed challenging for the whole fashion industry. I see it, however, as a chance. In the last year, people were talking about changing the fashion industry as it had become not interesting anymore, very consumption-oriented and sales-driven. The spirit of fashion has been lost along the ways in the last couple of years. And I was also very confused and insecure, strategic-wise, about what I should do and what I shouldn't do. And now I hope the whole industry has to somehow reinvent itself, which is good for smaller designers to come up with new ideas, new systems, and new concepts. Also, finally, the industry has the opportunity to address the elephant in the room, which is fast fashion and sustainability. I see major changes in the way brands present their collections. As due to the sanitary crisis, people can't gather nor travel anymore, new digital ideas emerged. Concepts like a digital showroom, such as Le New Black, or a digital fashion show gain more and more acceptance. People don't need to travel anymore, which is more sustainable. Brands tend to produce locally or as close as possible, as traveling is restricted. And brands, I think, they rethink their own strategy now. I decided to make WEER as sustainable and as circular as possible by using leftover fabrics, recycled fabrics, as well as biodegradable materials. In 2016, I had a brand slogan which says, rethink, reconnect, and reinvent. Today, this slogan has become more important than ever for me and for my brand WEER. Rethink fashion, reconnect yourself with the garments and the environment, and reinvent existing rigid concepts. In 5 years, I would like WEER to be a well-established, known brand which stands for its genuine and holistic circularity and sustainability approach, as well as for being known as an innovative and future-thinking brand. I would like my customers to thoughtfully choose and appreciate the garments that they buy. And on the geographical side, I would like to see WEER expand from Europe to Asia.